When police entered the apartment, they believed they were looking at handmade dolls. They were wrong. Some of the bodies had been missing for years. In 2011, police entered an apartment in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia. They expected weapons, possibly extremist materials. They did not expect children. The figures were small, dressed carefully, seated along walls and on furniture. There were dozens. At first glance, they appeared handmade, almost decorative. They were not. Each figure contained the preserved remains of a child's corpse, exhumed from local cemeteries. The apartment was silent, orderly, domestic. The windows were covered. The television sat in place. Books were stacked neatly. The bodies had been living there for years. They are still seated. Anatoly Moskvin was a linguist, a historian, a journalist. He spoke multiple languages. He published academic work. He lectured. He specialized in cemetery studies and local burial traditions. He was known as quiet, intelligent, reclusive. He told neighbors he lived alone. The wallpaper is dated, the curtains heavy. A child-sized figure sits near the sofa. In public, Moskvin wrote about folklore. In private, he walked cemeteries at night. For years, fresh graves were disturbed across the region. Soil displaced carefully. Coffins opened methodically. Clothing removed. Remains transported. Investigators later confirmed he had exhumed more than 24 bodies. He targeted young girls, typically between the ages of 3 and 12. He documented headstones, memorized names, studied biographies. Each figure was labeled. Some were dressed in bright fabric, stockings, shoes, wigs. Music boxes were sometimes placed inside the torsos. The room was arranged deliberately, not chaotic, deliberate. The search lasted hours. Police moved slowly between rooms, bedroom, living room, balcony storage. More figures were found in every space, seated on chairs, lined against walls, positioned upright as if attending school. Moskvin's parents had visited the apartment. They believed the figures were large dolls. The scale concealed the truth. The apartment is quiet. A sofa, a lamp, a preserved child seated beside it. Nothing appears broken, nothing appears violent. Moskvin later stated he did not believe the children were dead. He believed he was preserving them. He claimed loneliness. He described feeling connected to the deceased. He said he was waiting for science to advance, to restore life. Psychiatrists diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia. He showed no history of physical violence toward the living. His crimes were post-mortem. It was not a torture chamber. It was a constructed household, an attempt at family, artificial, silent, controlled. In 2011, Moskvin was arrested and charged with desecration of graves. He was declared mentally unfit for trial. He was committed to psychiatric care. The apartment was emptied. The figures were removed. The walls repainted. But the horror remains. This is Shadow's Case File. Subscribe for more true stories hidden in history's shadows.